I think one of the saddest things about burnout is the way that it cuts you off from shared joy. When somebody tells you something that is going on good in their life, that they're really excited about, something good has happened to them, maybe they've turned a corner, it's an invitation to you, the receiver, to co-create joy with them, to build upon the experience, to explore it, to investigate it, to really sit in the goodness of it. But what often happens with burnt out overachievers, once they reach a certain point, they become very threatened by this, and they also can become very resentful of this. It's threatening not just because they've achieved some big goal, but also because the happiness in and of itself is a success metric and one that you are working really hard to achieve through all the other successes that you have. And so it can make you feel like, is there something wrong with me that I have not yet achieved this happiness? But the more insidious piece is that the happiness itself is a success metric, and you are working really, really hard on things that you have been told will lead to happiness, and yet you're in this place of burnout. And so it can make you feel like this is not fair, that I am working so hard to be happy and yet they get to be happy. And in the most extreme version, it can make you angry that they are having the audacity to share what is going on good for them at all when they know that you are struggling so much. This can cause us to want to disengage or even actively diminish the other person's joy, either by not asking questions, changing the subject, or even in engaging in some form of literal or only in our heads comparison where we try and rank our successes against the ones they're sharing. Eventually, people may stop sharing joyful things with you altogether, either because there is just this experience of feeling like when I share joyful things with this person, they throw a wet blanket on it, or they can pick up on it making you feel uncomfortable, unhappy, hurt in some way. And so in order to protect you, they subconsciously or consciously just know not to share joyful things in their life unless they're prepared to entirely downplay them in some way, but to just avoid sharing their happiness with you in order to protect you from the fact that their happiness, at least in some cases, makes you actively unhappy, which contributes to the loneliness and isolation I often see in burnt out overachievers. Burnout can also cause us to cut ourselves off from opening invitations to co-create joy with some of our joys, but that's a video for another day. The next time somebody invites you to co-create joy with them by sharing a success or a happiness, small as learning to make their own lattes or large as a big family vacation that they're excited to go on, I invite you to check in. How are you feeling emotionally? Are you feeling guilt, jealousy, shame, embarrassment, or even anger? How are you feeling physically? Is your stomach twisted? Is your face hot? Or is your forehead or shoulders tense? And take that as a sign of, hey, maybe I need to be making changes, setting better boundaries, taking care of myself before it poisons this relationship. Let me know in the comments, what have been some of your experiences around co-creating joy, either as the origin or the amplifier of that joy, and how have your experiences with burnout impacted that? And follow for more.